Welcome guys to this pick a card reading. This one is all about why do people fear you? So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1 we've got giving and receiving. Pile 2 we've got brazen. And pile 3 we have fearless love. Quick disclaimer while you are connecting. If the reading begins to trigger you in any way, please opt off the reading and carry on with your day. Let's get into it. Let's find out why do people fear you. Hey, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose giving and receiving, obviously like strong Cleopatra vibes with this imagery. You seem to embark like this very strong like power within, and I feel like a lot of you could have a very intimidating exterior, a bit like Queen of Swords vibe. So I went ahead and pulled the cards, trying something a little bit different. We've got 3 of Cups, Magician in the reverse, and 5 of Wands in regards to why do people fear you. Straight up with the 3 of Cups would indicate something to do with your friends, right? People fear you because of the kind of friendships you have or the kind of people you are connected to. So this could be in the 3D or it could also be the 5D, right? I also feel like why people fear you is you may have a lot of potential suitors. You may have a lot of people around you that pretend to be your friends but actually want to be your lovers. And the 5 of Wands can kind of give me this confirmation as well. So people fear you in the sense that you might steal their person, right? So you may actually find you don't get invited to a lot of places, especially when there's couples going, solely on the basis that if there's lots of drinking or partying going on, you're obviously going to rock up and be looking your best. I feel like a lot of people get jealous of you. 5 of Wands also indicates this. People fear you being around their lover, full stop, period. Other ways we can consider the 3 of Cups. People may fear you because you're a person who is reaching financial goals. And naturally when somebody, it may not even be financial goals, it could just be goals in general, like people who are following their true path, their north node, they're very unstoppable. They have this strong, confident energy about themselves, and it's not going to matter what anyone ever says to a person on their path. They're not going to be able to bring them down. So I feel like you're a force to be reckoned with this 3 of Cups. The thing about the Magician showing up, people may fear you because they feel like you could be viewed as somebody who's a master manipulator here, like you know how to manipulate your way through any situation, and that is why people fear you. And I feel like people fear, where this energy is coming from, is people who have tried to like win one over you or like fuck you over. I feel like you've been 10 steps ahead. It's like you already knew what was going on. And so this fear is actually coming from your ability of foresight. I feel like you were able to see what they were doing before they even did anything. So there is this spiritual energy around you that I think a lot of people fear you. You can manipulate anyone is what I feel. And you can definitely take people off the path that they were planning for you in a very like drastic way. I feel like you're very cunning, and I feel like when people come for you and you don't send for them, you get very mean, and I feel like that's why people fear you. But at the end of the day, pick on somebody your own size. When people want to troll you and then you step to them, I think that's when they play the victim, so to speak. I feel like, I definitely feel like people fear you because if they were never doubting themselves prior to crossing paths with you, they are always left doubting themselves and what they bring to the table. I feel like you attract a lot of insecure individuals is what I'm picking up. Especially when you go out, like when you're out in the public eye, you make people feel very insecure. And I would say that has something to do with this like Cleopatra energy. Like you have eagle energy, spirit animal could be an eagle. So an eagle flies in the sky, right? It's very untouchable. So people may fear you because you seem very untouchable, and like if you fuck with pile one, like you're going to cop it. So whether or not that's a spiritual thing that they're picking up, or maybe you guys are physically like strong and people may just fear you because of your physique is what I'm hearing. You might be quite masculine or just a bigger boned individual. Now the Five of Wands as to why you fear people. This is definitely indicating that a couple of different things, but reiterating the suitors. You have a lot of people who are very attracted to you and people fear that you are going to be their competition, right? Five of Wands is all about competition or having many suitors leading to competition. I also feel like people fear you when they find out you're also interested in the same person they're interested in. They fear the fact that they will not have a chance with that person. For others of you, the Five of Wands, why you fear people is the way you argue. Like, I think you guys may have been on the debate team or something like that, but there is no way you will let anyone win a fight, especially if it's all to do with opinions. I think you're not afraid of conflict. You're not afraid of disagreements. You're definitely not afraid to show your aggressive side. And that is why people fear you. I think you're capable of sitting in a room filled with tension and people fear you because of that, especially if there is a group of people trying to make you feel uncomfortable and you just sit in this Cleopatra energy, like hit me with your best shot. These people walk away feeling very like intimidated because they have to fight in a pack where you stand like solo, you stand independently. So yeah, that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if that resonated and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose Brazen. So I went ahead and pulled the cards in regards to why do people fear you. We have Queen of Cups, Four of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Wands. So the Queen of Cups would indicate people are fearing you because I'd say they feel threatened not only by your psychic and intuitive abilities here, but your ability to like connect with maybe animals. It could be kind of very spiritual, very freaky is what I'm hearing. There's something to do with spirituality is why a lot of people would fear you. For others of you, you may have a lot of, kind of similar to pile 1, had many admirers, but sort of in a different way, like probably in a more sexual energy as to why people would fear them. Whereas you guys, people would fear you on the basis of you stealing their partner away for not sexual reasons, but to receive love, kindness, compassion, because of your loving, nurturing, motherly energy is why people would fear you when it comes to you stealing their partner away. That is a very strong message here. So I'd say you are highly attractive, but it's more about your energy as to why people fear you, because you have energy that's very addictive. You have energy that probably or traits that a lot of people missed out on receiving or experiencing with their own mothers or fathers. And that is why I feel like people may fear you, is because you portray an energy that's very maternal, and it's very alluring. So I kind of get like, you know, like the princesses of Disney, Walt Disney, or the princes, right? That kind of charm is what I'm picking up. And that is why there are people who fear you, because they feel like you will lure their partners like for some reason down a dark alleyway. But it's probably because you have a witchy energy here. Other ways we can consider the Queen of Cups as why people would fear you. I feel like this could be when you get involved in relationships, your suitors maybe start fearing you because you make them feel very fragile and vulnerable because of the way you love. So it's not so much they fear you as a person, they fear that you can bring them to their knees. I also am picking up that people fear you because you for some reason, when they're in your energy, they open up. They open up, maybe overshare. They say too much. They tell you stuff that they don't want to tell you. So you may just have this like truth serum energy or something like that. So people may fear you because they don't know how to like shut up or something like that. So you're able to read maybe minds here as well. Telepathy is coming through, and people may fear you because they might be trying to hide feelings, thoughts, actions and from you, but they can't, because you seem to know exactly what they're thinking, what they're feeling. And I think a lot of this is coming from partners. Like maybe you've had a lot of people walk away from you and say that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. It's because they fear this. They fear the skill of your intuition, your psychic abilities. And you may not have known that yet until today. So you will find a person who does not fear. A person with good intentions would never fear a person who has psychic abilities, right? People who do fear people with psychic abilities is because they're not good people, and that's full stop, period. The Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I definitely feel like maybe people fear you because you might tell people the harsh truths about their situationships or about their relationships. Maybe people fear you because you tell them what they already know, but what they need to hear, I guess. Because it is a card in the reversal about accepting things for what it is, retreating from negative experiences, being aware about your surroundings and the things people are doing to you, and not remaining in connections or situationships. So you could be a therapist here for some of you, or maybe you just speak the harsh truths in a public forum. Like if somebody does you wrong, you retreat, you leave, you do not give second chances, that kind of energy. So why people fear you is because you tell them everything or provide guidance or support. You tell them everything they don't want to hear. You may attract a lot of people who stay in toxic relationships and they just want to vent to you because you are this Queen of Cups, but they fear it's not like they fear you, but I don't really know how to explain it. Put it down in the comments because I imagine you will know. Give us an example of what this is about. For others of you, the Four of Cups, like people may just fear you because they may think you will find them very boring, like they don't have much to bring to the table. I think you could be quite eccentric. You could be quite the character as well here. But I feel for a lot of you, that initial energy of the Queen of Cups, like people can't seem to hide anything from you. So the Four of Cups in reverse can talk about opening up, right? Saying things, ready to open up. So you may be a person that forces people to heal or open up the can of worms or wounds, so to speak. And I think people might fear being around your energy because you get really deep, or it's like you can look right through their soul when you're looking through their eyes. So there is this intimidation here. You may actually mirror people's behavior back to them. And for some of you, I don't know if these people are aware that that's what you're doing. But people may just fear you because you match their energy, and then they really think you're the scary person when in fact they're actually the scary person, something along the lines of that. Let me know what that's about, because that's quite an interesting energy or situation to be in, I guess. Now, the Four of Wands, in regards to why people would fear you. I don't know, for some of you, like it is a card that talks about reunions and stuff. So people may fear you because if they were to reunite with you, maybe like the whole mirror energy, like people may fear you because of the things that they've done to you in the past. So when they cross paths with you again, maybe it's that. Maybe people fear the idea of running into you again because of the things they've done to you in the past or how they've treated you. So that could sort of be one way we look at the Four of Wands. The other way, there's like this unhappy family life energy here. So maybe it's just, reiterating the energy about making people see their situation for what it truly is. It's kind of like fake it till you make it. So maybe what it is, don't even think about it, please. It's not a jumping castle. Sorry, guys. Luna is running around like a little baby. What is this? I don't know. It is a marriage card, right? It is a card that's about celebrations. Maybe people fear you because, like, when they meet you, they, like, fall head over heels for you. They feel very vulnerable, right? I think we were picking that up in the Queen of Cups energy. Maybe it's like people fall in love with you, like this is more about romantic suitors and why they fear you. Like they run away because they feel feelings for you too quickly. They want to come towards you. They want to put a ring on you too quickly. And I do feel for a lot of you who have picked this pile, you probably feel like you're very unlucky in love. But the issue is you have this very brazen energy. I think you're very well put together and it's very hard to rock your boat. It's very hard to intimidate you. People can't lie to you. But you have this like loving, nurturing energy that makes people want to like marry you, put a ring on you. But it's like they're scared of you in the way that if they fuck up or make a mistake, like it's not you they deal with. It's sort of like the spirit world that they deal with. So very witchy woo-woo vibes here. That could be the reason why it's hard to connect to the energy of you guys, because sometimes when I do these readings, it's very easy to connect. And then other times it's not. And one thing I have been noticing, I think with my real witchy woo-woo piles, you guys have a very strong protection, like, I don't know, orb around you. Let's go with that. Alrighty. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if that resonated. Definitely share that experience if you feel comfortable with us, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose Fearless Love, very strong siren energy here. So I went ahead and pulled the cards, just trying something different. If you hate that, let me know. But Queen of Swords, right? Why do people fear you? I would say that they fear your intelligence, but I think for the most part of the energy of a Queen of Swords is your independence, right? When somebody is truly, operating in their independent energy, it's very hard to like compete against that, especially if the people around you are lacking independence. People could fear you because of your level of constructive criticism. You could be one of those people who, are always speaking from a place of tough love. You don't sugarcoat shit. You tell people exactly how it is, and people may fear you because of that. They may fear your true honesty. You are so honest. It's feared, I would say. I don't think there is anything that any subject or any line where you don't cross on the basis of principle. So I think you guys have a very high moral compass. You know, you treat everyone with respect, but at the same time, if somebody's acting up or acting out, you will like, I don't know if unleash the fury is the right way. I kind of feel like it's tough love. Like you say things in a very respectable way, but at the end of the day, I see people crying. And like, you know, Pole 3 said this to me, instead of understanding that you're saying it because you care, I think a lot of people fear you because you tell them things that I guess that they don't want to hear, really. Other ways with this Queen of Swords, people could fear you because you may seem kind of harsh or bitter in some way, shape or form, and that's solely on the basis of how of maybe how you deliver things, or it's just the fact that, I don't know. I think maybe it's the people around you live in la la land maybe, and they could be doing the wrong thing, like, you know, being the other woman or the other man in a situation, and you're very cutthroat when it comes to those sorts of situations or them venting to you. I don't think you hold back. I think you call it out for what it is. So people may fear you because of the way it comes across, the way it's delivered. Either way, I think with the Queen of Swords, you have a very like intimidating appearance. Okay, your exterior is very intimidating. So you may look very high end, and there are people in the world that feel fear when they're around people who look high value. So it could be the fact that you look very high value, look really well put together, and people fear you because of how you dress, how you look and like that energy that you seem to have. You could have a very magical energy around you as well, because those clips in this lady's hair kind of resemble to me as dragonflies, which is a very spiritual insect. I just feel like people fear you because you force them to pay attention to areas in their life that they don't want to. And you're not afraid to speak your mind. You're not afraid to say the harsh truth. You're not afraid to come across as cold or bitter or cruel. And I think that is why people fear you. Like, you could be overly critical in the eyes of those around you, but that could be just their way of dealing with the harsh truths that you deliver. And I feel like you deliver a lot of harsh truths. So people could fear you because they might find you quite rude here. You may have had enough of everyone's shit. So you could also be operating in a low vibrational energy at this time. Only take that if it resonates, because naturally when we are operating in a low vibrational period, it could be from having our menstrual cycle, right? It could be in those times of the month where you might come across as very cynical, very rude, very sarcastic. People may fear your sarcasm as well. You could be very brutally honest is what I'm hearing. I definitely feel like people might fear you because you might play emotional mind games, or you might make people think that you're playing emotional mind games. This could be suitors as well. I think when you pull your energy back or you start talking less, people fear you even more because they're wondering what the fuck you're up to. I think people definitely fear your intelligence. You are very, very smart, but like scary smart. You might have ideas for many different things that might freak people out. So you could be a very dark empath, or you could be like, have a very dark sense of humor, and people fear that. You might say really hectic stuff, scary things, and although you are being funny, I think there are people around you who actually believe that you, whether you would act on those things or you actually like, yeah, like there's some sort of sadistic energy here I'm picking up. But I understand. I can feel the laughing energy, but I don't think these people are intuitive enough around you to know when you're being funny, if that makes sense. The Queen of Wands, The Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, people might fear you in a way because you kind of have a hot-tempered. You could be a bit bossy as well, but you could be very vengeful. I don't know. People might just fear you because they think, like, if I do something to pile 3, like you know, in the other piles, it was sort of like a spiritual protection energy. I think people fear you because you would take matters into your own hands. You could be quite vengeful. You could have very hot temper as well, and people fear that. You could have a very high level of self-esteem, and people fear that. You know, you could be just super confident, and naturally when you walk into a room and you look high value and you're super confident, you could be in a very boss-like energy, and people just fear you because you own your shit, maybe. What else have we got here? You could be a very demanding lover, and maybe your suitors fear you because, like, you could be one of those people who completely know their worth. You have done all the work on self-love, and you will not take any, like, breadcrumbs, something like along the lines of that. So people might fear you and view you in the light of a demanding lover, but it's probably that's come about because of the amount of lovers you've had that gave you nothing but breadcrumbs. Yeah, it's very interesting energy, this one. I don't know. I feel like you have mastered the way to emotionally distance yourself from people, which only makes them want you more, which kind of comes back to that mind game stuff. People might fear you because the way you behave makes them want you more. And they might be thinking, well, like, pile 3 is like cruel and bitter, but like, why do I still want to be friends with them? Why do I still want to be like in a relationship with them? Like, they're so mean to me, but like, they can't stop thinking about you. There's something to do with, like, sorcery is what I'm hearing, but I don't know. Let me know what's going on, because it's hard to connect with your energy. I think you've got very healthy boundaries in place. You may just have a lot of little bitches around you who can't, like, access you, can't manipulate you. And you kind of, like, just play them with their own, like, tools, or you return, like, the favor with the games or something like that. You could be very vindictive, which there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. Like, if people are trying to fuck you over, it's only appropriate to return the favor, right? All right, that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know if that resonated. I'll see you next time. Bye.